What did you learn about your team?
They can battle. They can battle. They battle for 4 quarters, and sometimes it'll take 40 minutes to actually win a basketball game, especially on the road in a tough place to play at Tennessee. But super proud of them.
Do you think that's a good experience for them to have a game like that before we get into the losing you're out kind of time?
I mean, any time we can get out there and play on the road in the SEC is going to be great for us because, after these next, 5 games, everything's going to be on the road. No, except first and second round. So, I mean, anything, you got to expect anything to happen in our league. Like, there are no days off. None. Seriously, none. Like, especially when you're trying to win and you're trying to finish this thing off, you're going to get everybody's best effort, and we got that from Tennessee last night.
No days off. The record's not as good for Georgia as it was last year, but what do they bring here on Sunday?
I mean, I think they're dangerous. One is I think they could score if they get hot. Like, they take some good shots. They're quick. They're elite speed, SEC speed from their guard play. They got a big in Nicholson that can flat out score from all over the floor. So she could be problematic if we don't take care of our business.
These fans don't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Julian.
You've talked so much about how they practice this season. Was today any different? Did it feel any different after a game like that?
I mean, it was a hard practice in the day. They're tired, mentally, physically. So we just brought them in and just did some active recovery, just to keep them sharp. But you got to know when to fold them. And keeping them here is not going to help anybody, especially my temper.
These fans have never needed much extra motivation to come out and support and bring the energy, but to have game day back, just how cool of an experience is it for them and for y'all?
I mean, anytime you can pack ESPN up and say, come on down to Columbia, South Carolina, it's a great thing. I do think they were real strategic in coming down here. I think we've done things the way you should approach women's basketball. Like, we went out into our communities, we filled our building up to almost capacity. We made some relationships out here to where our game is entertaining. Our game is a hot ticket in our city, and I mean, we built it from the ground up. It wasn't like anything besides the mom and pop way. Pound the pavements, tell them about what we're doing, have them come in and feel a part of our program, and I do think that, and it's a great show to show on TV where you don't have to shrink the cameras. You can see it all. You can see a full picture of our arena being packed.
I know we talked about it a little bit in the past, but Raven Johnson, 15 rebounds last night. What can you say about that, especially from a point guard?
I mean, Raven wants to win. Raven, above all, is a competitor. I mean, she was a rebounding guard in high school and in AAU. I mean, to get 15 of them is, you have to be intentional. And I do think the bigs did a great job at boxing out. Like, when you got bigs that are boxing out, it's easy for guards to sneak in there and get it. But Raven went after rebounds. And when your point guard is doing that, it's easy to start the break and get some easy buckets.
Obviously a great game from Camilla coming back. Ashlyn, another great game. It's a problem, I imagine, trying to figure out your lineup and everything in minutes, but how honored are you, honestly, to have a problem like that? It's kind of a good problem to have.
It's a luxury. It's a luxury. I mean, it's not anything that our bigs aren't doing. Like, Ashlyn has taken a step in the right direction, and she's just getting better and better. And you have to reward that. It's nothing. Like, I do have to explain to our other bigs, it's nothing that you're not doing. And it's everything with how she's playing. And we can't sit that on the bench. Like, we gotta keep using her until she's not playing at that level. But when a player is playing at such a high level, like Ashlyn's playing on both sides of the basketball, she makes herself very valuable. She needs to be on the floor.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, I guess any of the young kids motivated by Caitlin Clark breaking that record, you already telling them, hey, get to work breaking it in 5-4 years from now?
I don't think that record's ever going to be broken again. I don't. Like the clip that she scores, and she's not done yet. Like she's probably got, I don't know, 15 more games left in the season, and to do it probably 30, 40 points a clip. I mean, what we're witnessing is something quite incredible. I think she's going to go down in the history books as, probably arguably the best player to grace our collegiate sports and our game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.